Business networking. Let's talk about it and how you can be an absolute rock star at it. So business networking is important because it's where you build the connections that are going to open doors that you could never find and never have access to on your own. And so you start to build a professional network. This generally starts when you go to business events, when you are invited places. But what do you do? Now, if you're new to this, it sounds really exciting to network with people. And so you go and you meet people and you talk and then you leave. And most of the time, that's where it falls over. So what do you do? Number one, dress appropriately. Whatever it is that you're going to, whatever the event is, make sure you are dressed accordingly so that people will take you serious. There are people who wear very dressed down, very shorts and t-shirt when they're worth millions of dollars, billions of dollars. They can dress however they like. They don't need to put in the effort for the networking. They're already there. The rest of us, we need to actually dress appropriately. So make sure you're dressed for the networking event or the business event that you're at. People will take you more serious and you have more credibility. Number two is prep. Prepare before you go to the event. Now this looks like a few things. I'll give you my tips right now. Make sure you have some form of quick contact method when you meet people. Now, I'm currently at an event, so I can tell you exactly what you should do and what you shouldn't do. People have got all kinds of apps and little tag here, scan QR code, do this, do that. There's an issue with almost all of those, especially with the apps. You need to have the same app that that person has. I think today I've been approached by people who have maybe 10 different apps. I don't have those apps. So their information sharing doesn't work with me. And so that creates a problem. So make sure you have something that is very commonplace. Use social media. Sharing or connecting via social media then and there when you meet the person is probably the quickest and most effective way because just about everybody has it. Business cards are okay, but people can lose them. The best thing you can do is create a follower on your social media account because then you have access to them from there. The other thing that's really good is if you have a short website that you can direct people to, you can get them to open that up in a web browser on their phone, then just save the browser, save that page. Then they can easily go back, reference that, and they have all of your details and information. So something like that before you go to the event. If you are going to use some sort of app or QR code, make sure it's a common one that most people there are going to have. And if you are going to go down the track of a business card, make sure you don't just hand them your business card. You want to get their details so that you can follow up with them. Hey, remember that conversation we had last week when we met? Hey, it'd be great to get in touch with you again. If you just leave it to the other person to get in contact with you, they're probably going to get busy and forget. So make sure you get their information as well. And then what should you be doing when you meet people? First thing, be concise. Learn a pitch. Now a pitch is not, let me sell you my product. A pitch is, who are you? Your name. Who do you help? I do X, Y, Z for these people. And what it is that you do. What's your product? What's your key thing? Now, if you run 30 different companies, you can tell them you're a serial entrepreneur. Leave it at that. If they want to know more, they will ask you. If you have just one thing that you do, one business, but you have 50 different products, nobody wants to hear about all 50. Just tell them what the core offer of your business is. Same with a service, trade, whatever it is. I'm an electrician, I'm a plumber, I'm this, I run a 20-man operation as a roofing company. Wow, that's really interesting. If they're actually interested, they will ask you more questions. And then what's the purpose of a networking event? Well, you're looking for people who are going to be able to support you in your growth or people that you can support in their growth. I suggest you look for the latter. Try to find people that you could provide value to. At business networking events, People aren't so much worried about money and dollar figures, they are worried about value. What value can you provide to the person that you're going to introduce yourself to? Can you do something for them that is going to make them go, oh wow, that's amazing. Is there anything I could do for you? Could we maybe do business together? That was so great that you did that. But the trick in all of this, give first and don't ask too much. Now, when I say too much, I like quantifiable metrics on this. For the value that you give, I would never be trying to ask for more than a quarter of that back. So if you're going to try and hunt people down and say, hey, I'd like you to give me $10,000 for this thing that I sell, you better be looking at a way that you can give $50,000 worth of value before you make the ask. If you do that, the likelihood that they're going to say yes, it's almost guaranteed. If you just go in with the ask, you come across as needy, and then people are going to really push back on you going, I think they're just trying to suck stuff out of me. I don't know if I want to build this relationship. Always go in and find what you could do to support somebody else's hopes and dreams and what they're trying to achieve. And if you serve them, they will come back, they will build that relationship. Then you have a chance to be able to actually network with people who are way ahead of you in the game. But go in there to try and support them. That is probably the best tips I can give you for how to successfully business network. So keep that in mind. Do your homework, do your prep, make sure you're prepared, make sure you dress well, and go in there to help other people, build that relationship on the basis of serving people, and you'll be amazed how many doors open for you.